Why don't you have a squiggle? Good question. I just not bought one. We all have a limit to the amount of ETH that we have to spray around. As I've talked about, NFTs are really interesting because you're not actually selling your ETH. You're actually kind of buying this NFT, which kind of stakes your ETH. My time horizon really has been for the rest of this decade. So, I'm playing this out till 2030. I haven't sold a single thing. I've switched around assets from here to there, but that's generally my view. It needs a long-term time horizon. What if you're wrong with NFT and ETH and only thing that matters is Bitcoin? We don't want to say, well, it's all our communities, nothing to do with that. It's trying to just put people together, try and get as much of the information together in one place, because I just can't go onto 9 communities or 27 communities Discord. It just doesn't work. How big is this NFT revolution? There's not that many people in it yet. A few million at best who are really engaged in it. So you're starting to discover like 10,000 new bands all at the same time before anybody else in the world. And we're all connected to each other. We talk to each other on Twitter. We're all friends. We're friends with the artists. They want to speak to you. They're directly connected via communities. And this kind of stuff is really, really magical. And we should cherish it and grow it and help nourish it and turn it into something much bigger, much better, because the benefits of a decentralized community approach in a world of, as 6529 talks about, this kind of world of the metaverse, does it going to get controlled by a few corporations? Like AI could be controlled by Microsoft and Google? Or is it going to be open? And it's up to us to make this world one where we can all participate and be in it together, and to do and create a magical decentralized world where we're in control. We're in control of our identities, who we are online, what we do online, and how we get rewarded for the networks and communities that we join out, how we help people, more importantly. The whole NFT space is all about helping each other. Why don't you have a squiggle? Good question. I just not bought one. We all have a limit to the amount of ETH that we have to spray around. As I've talked about, NFTs are really interesting because you're not actually selling your ETH. You're actually kind of buying this NFT, which kind of stakes your ETH. So that punk up there, that still has the value of the ETH that I paid for it. Now, it can move around in ETH terms, but if ETH doubles, then the value of that punk doubles, even if it stays at the same price that I paid for it in ETH. I really like that. So it's something that not many people understand, that even with something like we're launching today, you're basically just staking your ETH for it, because you can eventually sell stuff if you don't want to be part of that community anymore and you get your ETH back. Now, the price may have gone up, may have gone down, fine, but it doesn't go to zero. What's your favorite NFT from your collection? I don't know. I really like all of the stuff. My Beeple behind me, I was really proud when I bought that. I love my Punk. I love my Bored Ape. I love my X copy. I wish I could have the balls to spend more ETH on a more rare X copy, but my God, they're a lot of money. They are a lot of money. I'd love to do that. I think fashion, music, and art clearly will be first because they're cultural. After that comes ticketing and all of the boring stuff, the use of smart contracts at scale. And I think those are really big for insurance and a number of things, even the derivative industry, the financial industry. But at first, it's music, fashion, art. Culture is at the center of this. Culture is what changes everything. Culture is what brings the brands in. Culture is what brings everybody to understand what the technology is and how it's empowered. Everything from video technology to music technology to everything has all been driven by culture. My time horizon really has been for the rest of this decade. So, I'm playing this out till 2030. I haven't sold a single thing. I've switched around assets from here to there, but that's generally my view. It needs a long-term time horizon. We need more applications on the Bitcoin, and I know that's a big debate. Great, I don't own any. It sounds too complicated for me. I'm just simpleton. But some other DGen will figure it out to make it easy. Depends what they are and what they're doing. It's really complicated. Most NFTs are not securities, but if you're giving a share of the economics in a certain way that meets the Howey test, it's possible. Once they're trading, they can't be. What if you're wrong with NFT and ETH and only thing thing that matters is Bitcoin. Fine, I own some Bitcoin too, so that goes up. Again, it's not either one. It's an abundance mindset, and you sound like you're probably more of a Bitcoiner. When if you come to the NFT community, you'll realize we don't care what chain we're on. We don't care whose community you're in. We're all in this together. And that is the key thing of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to all be in this together. Question from Amakshat Mittal. How do you decide what community is nice to be part of? Most expensive ones may or may not be very inviting. And it's nothing to do with price. It's to do with, does it resonate with you? Do you kind of like the people involved? Do you like how they talk to each other? Are they nice? What we're actually doing, and everything will stop. You'll see the landing page. If you go to the top of the Twitter feed, it'll be on the feed here. What we're actually doing here is building a gigantic NFT super community, starting with a mashup of 9 different projects, 3 different NFTs. Sorry, this is the guy who says the world is going to end by AI. I know it's a bit off topic here. Yeah, look, it's a decent probability. I've explained this. Anyway, that's the topic of the YouTube chat. But thank you for that question, because I've been thinking about that interview too. I've read a lot about this. I've gone quite far down the rabbit hole of what this all means. And there's not many good outcomes. It's all good for the next 20 years and then starts getting a little bit weird. And God forbid if we bring in quantum computing. So who knows what magic we can make when we get everybody together and we give them the ability to share token-gated communities and get across to each other this Telegram channel where everybody can get together, give them education, give everybody all of the stuff that they need to live their Web3 lives like we do with their financial lives. And your Web3 life includes macro. We're going to help you with that too. So the idea is for everybody to help each other, get together, have a place to live. Because we're scattered in different bloody discords that are like dark dungeons until you turn it into light mode, which helped me a lot. Because I'm like, you just walk into a crowded party. But we get people in a way that they feel like it's a bit more inclusive, that you're not Twitter here, this here, that there, that people can come together. And that's what really struck me as, talking to people like Farouk from Rug Radio or Carly from Overpriced JPEGs is, listen, let's make some of our communities fungible. We want to do fine art and we want to discover people as well. So we want to help people. It's not just about the big communities, but first we need to kick off, get enough people in this that we can all then grow this whole space together. We don't want to say, well, it's all our community. It's nothing to do with that. It's trying to just put people together, try and get as much of the information together in one place, because I just can't go onto 9 communities or 27 communities Discord. It just doesn't work. Or on Twitter. But if we can have this nice Telegram feed, curate that information, you can all chat with each other on your sub-curated Telegram feed within the Discord. You get content for you. You get live shows specifically for your community and the broader community.